kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Tackled and brought down at the 20. Yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Offense working from the pistol. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. On the move. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Here's Underwood to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Oh, they're after him. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Quarterback may change this route. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the middle. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Looking for a crease. It's Marshall. Powers through the defender. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his big tight end. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And
Beck's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all his ability on that TD.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
how about that? You get the ball first, the opening drive, and you take the ball right down the field. You said, forget extra points. I'm going to go for 2. So the only thing so far that's gone wrong for you is you failed.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Caught by Smith. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead as we get a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Could be an alley. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Fielded in the end zone, it's Chambers. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Fourth down, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the 1st half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent.
Finding some room. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's up to 55 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in mid-season form. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Caught! And he will score! Touchdown, SMU! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing, Underwood. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Mustangs. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
Well, there is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Underwood. Here comes the heat. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the first down. Spins away from one. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Quarterback making checks. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The option look. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. SMU spends his second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. Rushes on him. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. To the air, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat. Now the Mustangs will use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Right back to the well. They'll just run the ball in the middle of the field and watch that clock continue to wind here late in the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week one, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Hurricanes, coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in and social media.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
He makes the catch at the 10. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half,
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
Might be changing the route. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Handoff to the single back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's a reverse. Touchdown, Mustangs! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations.
Snags it, and there's running room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. He'll try to do it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Chambers. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Wolverines are flying down the field.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Under fire. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Pushes for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a fourth down situation and held them so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
From the 33, it's first and 10. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at second and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Mustangs looking to convert on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Escapes the pressure to his right. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give them field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Throwing, Underwood. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Goes high to pull it in. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He wants it all. They had to have it, and they got it. A touchdown late in this game.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a 1st down and protect this lead. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Might as well stick with him. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. And he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Give to the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Underwood. He's taking the deep shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
He wants a big play here late. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And things are looking more and more dire for this offense now. After that incompletion, look, you're down by a bunch. You have to take shots. It's the only way you're going to get back in this game. Problem is the defense knows it, and they're playing coverage, so things not looking great right now for this offense.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And unfortunately, that's exactly where this offense is, man. Down a couple of possessions late in the football game.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Here's a heat. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.